Hey, you guys. I decided while I had a little bit of free time, I would go ahead and do our next video. And I've got to be honest, I was planning on doing a video to begin with, but one of my dear friends, and I must admit, I always speak of this person quite often, and I'm sure as you guys can guess, this person is more than just a friend. This person is, I honestly believe this person is my twin flame. And the thing about that is, it's not just a romantic relationship and it's not just a spiritual relationship, it's much deeper and it's much more, which leads me to believe even more that this person is my twin flame. And this person is witchy, just like myself, which makes it even better. But you guys do know that your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they do not have to have the same belief system as you in order for you to be in a relationship with them. If you love this person and, your heart is telling you that this is the person that is for you. This is the person that you should be with. This is the person that makes you happy. Follow your heart. And, sometimes when two people come together, they find out that they have more in common than they thought. And when they are in a twin flame or a relationship of that magnitude, if this person, is your soulmate, this person is, this is the one, you may not share every single belief as that other person, but I promise you, this person will help you to grow. And this person will help you to learn, and vice versa. You will help this person to grow and learn as well. And I know that's completely off topic, that has nothing to do with the video today, but with that being said, I had to mention that because I mentioned, this person this in my life. And the reason I mentioned this person is because this is the person that gives me my get up and go. This person gives me the boost that I need a lot of days. And this person is also, not just a boyfriend or a spouse, or, it's more than that. And this person and myself, like I said, we share the same belief system, and we always we do spell work together. We speak about spell work, spiritual work. And a lot of times when I get ready to do my videos, this person, this person gives me ideas. This person tends to push me in the right direction. And, with all of that being said, that's just another way that you know that this person is the one. Because no matter what you are doing, and no matter how they feel about what you are doing, as long as it's something that's positive for you and others, as long as it's something that gives you purpose, something that makes you happy, something that makes you evolve, this person will support that. And not only that, this person will try to help you to grow. This person will help you try to, whatever it is you're doing, this person will try to help you to do it better. This person only wants to see you succeed, and they want to see you do your best, and they want you, they want you to make them proud. And in doing so, it makes me proud of myself, and proud that this person loves me this much that they want me to do a positive work. And like I said, the reason I brought that up is because the theme of this video today is going to be a little shorter if I can quit running my mouth and getting sidetracked. But the theme of this video is simply washing away that which no longer serves you. And I guess you could say this is more along the lines of spell work or manifesting intentions, but this is something that I recently did, and it's a very simple thing to do. Anyone can do it, even a child. But this very simple action that I did, it made me feel so much better. It made me see things a little more clearly, and it just gave me that little boost that I needed. And like I always say, most of my videos are things that I am dealing with in my personal life, and I try to share with you guys as much as I can without putting, every detail of my personal life out there. So I guess you guys are smart enough to fill in some of the blanks, but, I have my flaws. I have my little kinks, my little hang-ups. We all do. And, instead of getting stuck on those hang-ups and getting stuck on those flaws and getting depressed and being unhappy, I finally learned, just accept it and deal with it and move on. Some things they're not meant to change. I'm not saying stay in a negative, way of life, but for some reason, we are experiencing this to tell our story, to learn another lesson, a bigger lesson, to be able to evolve. There is a reason behind it, and sometimes we just don't see what that reason is, but, we don't want to stay in that mind frame. So, with that being said, we're going to get started, and I'm going to light an incense to cleanse our space like I always do. But I did want to tell you a little something about this particular incense. There's a lady here in my hometown, and she makes them. She makes them by hand. And as I've said before, I love, homemade things, handmade things. I feel like they have character. They have the energy of the creator. They hold that much more intention, and that's just, my belief. You can go in a store and buy things and cleanse them and place your intention in them, and they will work just as well, if not better. But I just like, homemade things. I like to make things myself and use them. I just feel, they are better, and I guess maybe that's just the way I was raised up. But this particular incense she made, and I do not know every ingredient that's in it, but everything she puts in it is natural, and they're herbs, and they're all herbs that have certain properties for whatever it is she's trying to accomplish. And this particular incense is called Black Rain. And I smelled it and I seen the name and I was drawn to it. And I asked her, a little bit of background on it. And trying to make a long story short, my grandpa was in the Air Force for 43 years. And he would tell me stories as a little girl, but I remember him telling me about a particular story, a very sad story, and he used the term black rain in that story. And I learned that what that phrase meant, black rain, is a phrase they use when they are executing a person or people. And the reason it's black rain is because it is a hail of bullets. It's when, a large group of soldiers would shoot, but they would shoot up to where these bullets would come down. And it wouldn't be, straight up, but it would be to where these bullets would come down, and they would come in a hail, just hundreds and hundreds of these bullets. And that's what it appeared to be, is black rain coming to this person. And that term just stuck with that action of execution. And yes, it is a very negative term, but the reason she named these incense black rain is because the things she used in these incense are things that will help to cleanse of particular things that may come into your life, and things that will come at you, in a sense like black rain, meaning a bunch of things are coming at you at one time, a bunch of negative things are coming at you, and these particular things are coming at you to destroy you, because the black rain, that was the whole purpose, was to kill this individual, because it was a form of execution during wartime. So that's why she named this particular incense black rain. And I love symbolic meaning. I love the backstory of everything. So, for it to be such a negative term, I thought it was a lovely, it was just a lovely sentiment, because, thinking of this black rain that you see coming at you, and this is your end, and what could be going through your mind, and it's a form of nothing but destruction. But then she takes the term and she places the name on this thing that she has created, that is going to stop this destruction. It's going to cleanse all these negative things away that are going to come at you all at once. So, in a morbid sense of humor, I guess you could say, that I have sometimes, I just thought, the name was kind of fitting. I was drawn to it for whatever reason. And like I tell my dear friend all the time, yes, I'm weird, but I hope you can understand, my, I'm not going to say love for the term, but you can understand why I was drawn to this particular incense due to the name. And I tell you guys this every single time, cleanse your space, and that's what we're doing. And for some particular reason, I just feel the need to get up and cleanse the entire room. So just give me a second, and that's what I'm going to do. I just, when I'm doing any type of spell work or anything that has to do with my craft, and a thought pops in my head, I automatically assume that this thought has come from the goddess herself, and there is a reason that she give me this thought, and I just try to obey my goddess. And as I was speaking to you guys, something just told me, just walk around and cleanse the room, not just the space, but the room. So that's what I did, and I'm gonna just leave our incense up here to burn in the background. And like I said, I'm gonna try not to drag this out too long, but I'm just going to go ahead and get to our spell work. And I'm going to show you what you need. You need a roll of toilet paper. And if you don't have toilet paper, you can use tissue paper out of the box. You can use paper towels, but we're going to use just 5 squares of the tissue paper, like 1 square. We're going to use 5 squares. And if you feel the need to use more squares or less squares, you go right ahead. But when I did this the other night, and my friend kind of walked me through it, I was told to use 5 squares, and I guess, this person was following their heart. And, I do ask questions, but I didn't ask too many questions that night, because I kind of understood what the reason for this spell work was, and I just kind of went with it. But you also need a marker or a pen. The color's entirely up to you. I chose black because black is a good color to use when you are trying to be rid of negativity. But I also chose black, hoping you guys could see it a little better. And I wanted to set an intention and it slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. Let me do that quickly. And I have this white candle and I have used it many, many times. I do recycle things, but I feel it's okay as long as you cleanse those things. And if for whatever reason the thing that you have used is not to be recycled, you will know. You will have that feeling within your heart. And I'm so big on following your heart. You know, I don't go by books. I don't go by, you know, the the rules of a certain path. You know, I know like in Wicca and, you know, different types of witchcraft, they follow the moon phases very, very precisely. And, you know, in Wicca, it's a lot to do with rituals and, you know, different things of that nature. And I'm not judging anyone, but I'm kind of like I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And that's just me. That's me in my everyday life. That's me in my train of thoughts. That's me in my craft. And you know, I've told you guys this, there's no right way and there's no wrong way. There's your way and there's my way, which is our way. So just always follow your heart. And if something doesn't feel right to you, you know, don't do it. It could be something that I'm trying to share with you or I'm trying to teach you. But if for whatever reason, you know, this thing that I'm sharing with you doesn't sit well with you, don't do it just because I'm suggesting that you do it. Or if you feel the need to tweak it a little bit, you know, go right ahead because this is your craft. This is your way of life, and this is your intention that you are trying to manifest. So you do whatever it is you feel the need to do because no one knows you like you. No one knows what you need, what you desire, what you're about. No one knows you like you. So I just wanted to add that. And the intention that I want to set is a very, very simple and basic one, and that is that this little spell work that we're about to embark on, that it, you know, it does rid you of the things that no longer or do not serve you. Let this spell work, you know, as simple as it is, let it reach down deep in your heart and help you to pull those things out that are no good, that are doing nothing but taking up your space and eating up your energy and making you feel bad and making you feel worthless. Those are the things that you don't need in there. And those are the things we're going to get rid of. So, with that being said, I'm going to light the candle. And if you have your own intention or you just want to add, you know, something to it, please go right ahead. Just look at the flame and speak your words or think your words, or, you know, just if you have a thought, a wish, you know, now's your time. And I'm just going to set the candle right here beside us. And I've got one more thing I want to do as far as cleansing, and that is my little bell. This was my grandmother's bell, and I don't always do this, but from time to time, and I just feel, you know, I really want this work that we're going to do. I really, really want this to serve a positive purpose, and I don't want any negativity attaching to our work. I don't want any negative thoughts, you know, creeping in our head. I don't want any negativity because I really think this is an important thing to do. So I'm simply just going to ring my little bell. And sound therapy, it helps people to get rid of negative trains of thought, and sound also helps in working with the craft. And my grandmother was really big on using bells and chimes and tuning forks. I'm more of an incense type of girl, but she really, really loved working with sound, and I just felt the need to include it today. And when you're doing any type of cleansing, if you want to say a little chant, you can. You can thank it. Sometimes I'll use a white handkerchief and flick it around, and I'll simply say, negativity, leave me be. Negativity, flee from me. And I'll just keep repeating those words, and I'll envision seeing, it could just be a black mass, a black cloud, whatever you envision it as, you just see it, leaving, or poof, it's no more, just envision it, see it, make it your reality. But back to our spell work, we have our tissue, and I use 5 squares, but it's entirely up to you. And you need a marker or a pen. I chose a marker. It's a little easier to write on the tissue paper because that's what we're going to do. And where are my squares? Oh, here they go. I've already written my things down, but what we're going to do, we're going to write down things that we don't want. We're going to write down things that we want to rid ourselves of. For instance, if you have anger issues, you might want to write down hate or anger, something to that effect. But I'm going to give you a few minutes to write your things down if you would like to. If you just want to follow my lead at the moment and do this later on, go right ahead. But I also brought a few stones, and I've got them in this little bag here of dried rose petals for no particular reason. But which rose petals signify love, self-love, love of others. And I think this spell work is borderlining on self-love, and I have been big on self-love lately. So I brought this amethyst cluster. It's not a big piece. Some people refer to these as the watermelon slices, but I brought this because it has a calming nature. It's just an all-around good stone. When I was a little girl, I used to call this my wishing rock because I really felt that amethyst was one of those stones that would help you. You would make a wish, and it would help to make that wish come true. And as I got older, I learned what I was doing with my little witchy self was I was, trying to manifest my intentions. And I also have this oil, and it has rose petals, some lapis, and some clear quartz points in there, essential rose oil, some lavender oil, even some crushed shell chips. But like I said, I'm big on homemade stuff, and I anoint my stones with oil. I anoint, my hands, when I'm doing energy healing, crystal healing, I anoint my clients. But for some reason, I just feel the need to use my oil. And I know I'm not being very, I'm not going to say professional, but I'm not, keeping everything in order. I'm just kind of like here and there and everywhere. But I warned you guys, that's me. And I try to tell you, if you feel the need to include something or omit something, do that. If you're in the middle of doing a spell and you just feel like, oh, I need to run over here and grab this, piece of quartz because it needs to be right here in the middle of my altar. Hop up and get it and sit it there, and then give the goddess gratitude for, letting you know that you need to do that because for whatever reason, you need to do that and it's gonna help you, it's gonna assist you. That's why she put the thought in your head. So just listen to your goddess. And I'm sure you're probably finished writing by now, so I'm gonna try to hurry up. My other stone I brought is give me a second, guys, it slipped my mind. It is where's she at? I cannot remember, but let me go on. This stone here is here for protection because, with any black stone, all black stones, the color black is very, very useful in ridding you, your work, your area of negativity. You can even carry it on your persons to kind of put up I guess you could say, a force field to keep the negativity away from you. Nubite. I'm so sorry, you guys. Nubite. I had a blonde moment. Nubite. And this is a very, very strong protective stone. So if you're a newbie, I suggest, maybe choosing something else, a piece of jade or onyx. But if you really feel drawn to this particular stone, you get this stone. I say maybe just get a smaller piece or just, don't handle it as much. Don't carry it on your persons because this is a very, very strong stone and it has a very, very intense energy. For me, it does. So I just, my opinion, if you are just starting to work with stones, you may want to, work with this one in moderation or try another black stone. And like I've said before, if you don't have stones or you can't afford to get them at the moment, go on a walk through the woods, in your driveway, in your yard. And if you see just any rocks out there that catch your eye, they're catching your eye for a reason. A white stone, a white rock, you can use it for cleansing. A black stone or dark colored stone, dark brown, you can use it to fight negativity. If you find a pink colored stone or a red colored stone, that color is associated with love. And, if you can be lucky enough to find a clear looking stone or a piece of quartz, you can use quartz to work in any manner. And it's a great stone to amplify, your other stones and intentions. And lastly, I have my rose quartz wand, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use it for in just a moment. But let's get back to our squares of tissue. And I'm going to show you what I've wrote on mine, and then I'm going to tell you what to do. I wrote worry. I really, really need to stop worrying. I worry excessively, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Because, our words have power. If we speak on something too much and we keep on, and I'm so guilty of it every single day. I worry, I've been worrying. Do not keep on speaking it because you're unintentionally manifesting that, and you don't want to do that. My next word is self-esteem, and as you can tell, I really, really need to get rid of the low self-esteem. I need to work on, just having more self-esteem, and I'm sure we all do, but some of us struggle with it a lot more, and I do. My other word is approval. I seek the approval of others, and it's not healthy. I know this, but still I do it. And sometimes we do it due to past trauma. So, my next one is fear. I fear something going wrong all the time. And I said, I've got this special person in my life, and this person always tells me fear is nothing but a mind trick. Your mind is creating this fear. It doesn't exist. So stop thinking these thoughts. And my last one is recklessness. And what I mean by that is sometimes I will act before I think, especially when I'm sad or I'm mad. Especially when I'm mad, I'll just get mad and, I'll say something before I think about it. And I know we all do, and I know women are worse about this, but I'm an Aries. But anyway, we take these and we go to the bathroom and we drop each one in the toilet one by one. And as we drop it in there, we see this trait, this emotion. As we drop it in, we see this trait falling from us. And we take and we do it with each and every one of them. And when we get to the last one that we drop in there, we flush the commode. And when we flush the commode, we tell all this shit bye-bye, and it's gone. And I'm running out of time, you guys, so I just want to take my wand and send you my love and tell you, if you believe, you will receive. And you are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are awesome.